All right, last kind of porch top review that I'm going to do for the night. This is a Surgeon rifle. This is Surgeon Concealable rifle. So it has the 16-inch barrel, the Accuracy International stock. It opens up with the Surgeon 591 action on it. I think it's a Trigger Tech diamond trigger. I really like the trigger. It's set to about 1.5 pounds. Trigger Tech is actually a really nice trigger. The sling on it is a what is it? Rifles only sling. I really enjoy these because it's like a bungee sling. So when you got to carry it, it gives you that little bunginess. Because even this little 16-inch 308 is a heavy sucker. It's got a Harris bipod on it. It has a Cullis. So I think it's the second model Cullis 3-12 mil dot, 3-12 by 50 mil dot. I choose the mil dot for this rifle so that I can do my combat holdovers. It's not the same as like a Horus Vision holdover, and it helps you range really fast. But there are a lot of other reticles. You know, mil dot's really kind of out of date compared to Horus reticle or the SKMR3 or the MLR. You know, there's a lot of different ones out there, but this is mil. I choose mil. I started shooting on MOA, but mil is faster, especially whenever you're trying to shoot very fast, you know, target shooting, something like that. I also have an addition to this. I shoot a lot of hogs with this rifle, and I work with a lot of military guys and a few law enforcement. So this is the BAE thermal. This is the current thermal that the military is using, and it clips on up here and powers on, and this gives you an amazing thermal optic, day or night. It doesn't matter. You can run it day or night. That portion of it doesn't matter. That's one thing that I really like about the thermal. I will tell you, this is not really a review of the BAE thermal. I will tell you though, riding around in a vehicle with this, if you're military and you're using this, riding around in a vehicle with this, it will vibrate so much that you'll have to nuke it, you know, and to nuke it, you close the top, hold it, tap it, and then hold it down. So what I started doing when I'm out hog hunting and I've been riding around in a Ranger or a truck all day and I'm going to get out and go, I'll leave it running because the battery will last me all night. But as soon as I get out of the truck, I'll immediately click it and then click it again and nuke it before I even take the cap off. So I've just made that a part of what I do now. So that way, if you had to throw up fast and use it, you can throw up fast and you can use it fast. Another thing, it doesn't work well on 12 power, 10 power, 12 power, anything. I've had it up to 25 power. It doesn't work well with that. It does work really well with 6 to 8 power. Even this is like late evening, and I can see with this really well. I can see all the heat. I can see through it. It almost looks like night vision. I tried to get the camera to see through it for you, and I can't, or I'd show you with the camera. But that would be my recommendation if you have one of these. I would always, you know, keep the cap closed, and then every time before I'm about to deploy it, tap again, nuke it, flip it back open, and if you make that part of your regiment, you won't have any issues. But you will have issues hiking, bouncing it around, or, you know, riding in a truck, shaking. It will throw it off to where the screen's really fuzzy. But if you just add that portion to it, you're good. Now, altogether, this is a heavy little gun. But 16 inches works really well for me to you know, I've stretched it out to 1,000 meters, but it seems to work the best for me at about 800 meters, 600 and 800 meters, because the 16-inch barrel is really suffering down to like 20. I think with this was going like 2,500. So it's really slowed down, but it does its job for what it needs to do. It's killed a lot of hogs. I really like this BAE because you can just clip it off, throw it in your pack, and not use it if you didn't want to, and just go back to the CSR. And then the CSR folds to where you can slip it. You know, if you're in a truck, you can slip it in a truck easy. I don't know, the whole thing's probably 3 foot. You can slip it in a truck easy. You can, I can show it to you compared to AR. They're just about a little AR pistol. They're just about the same length as this little AR pistol. Little 11.5-inch AR pistol. But anyway, you can throw it in a bag. You can throw it in your truck. It's you know, thermal is probably out of the price range and just out of the thought for most people, but it sure makes life nice. It makes hunting nice. You know, hunting the hogs in Texas, they have no chance. And we've been taking these things out just to try to find the capabilities on them. And, you know, we've been able to make 600-meter hits, identify the hog, know it's a hog, and make a 600-meter hit on it. Multiple hits. It works really well. So I wouldn't say that it's a review of the BAE systems, but they're really nice to have the thermal. And we'll work something with the surgeon. We'll go out and shoot some groups with it and show you. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the mount is a D-Lock Solutions mount. And what I love about them is it's exact. So the military did testing on these, and they are exact return to zero. Actually, I say exact. I think they took it on and took it off 100,000 times, and it returns to 0.001 MRAD, which is better than you can shoot. But anyway, so these screws screw in, screw out, and you just push them, and the optic comes off. And then you can just push it back on, and it locks back on, and screw it back on. I've done it multiple times shooting competitions where I took it off, put it back on. I've done it shooting groups just to see, and it's amazingly accurate. One thing that I really like about it, especially for AR systems, is you can take these off, and they make them for Trijicon MROs, they make them for bolt guns, ARs, they make it for the Loophole products. What I love about it is you could change the optic on these. So, you know, you probably don't really need to do it with, you know, this Surgeon CSR. But you could put an aim-point micro on this. You could put a Trijicon on this. You could put a 30 power scope on it and then come back down to a 10 power if you wanted. I think it works really well with an AR platform like a Mark 12. Or if you're somebody who needs to change scopes, maybe you've got a couple of different rigs, but you only have one scope. You know, this makes it really easy to return to zero. And then just remember, if because these turrets slip so easy, you know, if zero was zero here and it needed to be 2 mils for your 338, you could just turn it and slip it and then shoot your 338 when you're done, come back. So it's just some options with it. These are my favorite mount for an AR-15. It's what I use on all my ARs that I have optics on, except for the MRO, which I have one coming for the MRO. But I wanted to give this one a try, this smaller MRO that you seen in that last video. I wanted to give it a try with you know, all the way down instead of you know, a 1/3 co-witness. And I really like it. Actually, I probably like it a little more because it gets you a solid cheek rest. But I'll still get a D-Lock for this one soon. But anyway, so the Surgeon, the BAE thermal is a lot of fun. You know, especially to 600 meters, that thing is nice and deadly. And nothing gets away from you. You go out there at night or in the day and you scan with a thermal, whatever's out there, you know it's out there immediately because it lights up. You may not know exactly what it is, but you know there's heat over there. So, you know, you get little bunches of hogs over there or you know, whatever. If you're in the military, you get a group of men over there. You can absolutely pick them out. You can pick field mice out with it. You can look at trucks and you can see which ones had just been started or had recently been started and the motors are hot. You can't see through glass with it. It's not like the movies, you know, like that movie Navy SEALs where he's like, I am God. I'm going to get the bigger gun and, you know, dispatched with thermal through the walls. It's not like that. You can't see through walls. You can't see through glass. But you do see, you know, into bushes. Some bushes you can't even see into, but most of the time you can scan and see anything that's out of a building. Which also kind of makes it dangerous, you know, with this technology out for our troops, our law enforcement, it makes it pretty dangerous. But for the hunters, for the law-abiding citizens, they're pretty amazing. They've got a lot cheaper. I think if you look this one up, it's it's a new price of a new vehicle, but they make smaller ones. Trijicon Reap IRs, they're really nice. Those are a little more affordable. So if you want to get into that side of it for the hunting world, make sure that it's legal with your state. Make sure that you can do it. In Texas, you can. Montana, where I'm at now, you can't. But I travel back and forth a lot for shooting and demonstration and stuff like that. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a, something to look at, something to ponder on. See you next time.